order to have a minimalistic life without reverting back to all our old bad habits, we need to really shift our mindset. It's the most important part when it comes to transitioning into a more minimalistic lifestyle. Changing your mindset and shifting your mindset in any direction is not impossible, but it isn't an easy task. It's often easier said than done. We essentially need to change thinking patterns and habit loops. It might take a little work to change your mindset, your thinking patterns, but with dedication, it is definitely possible and doable. So if you're someone that is pursuing a more simpler, more minimalistic life, but you're struggling with shifting your mindset away from the consumerist way of thinking that most of us have, then keep watching this video because I'm going to share with you some tips and practices that you can apply right now to slowly but surely shift your mindset towards minimalism. So number one might be a little bit obvious or might seem obvious, and that is to get more comfortable with less. Especially if you're starting out with minimalism, having less or decluttering might seem really scary or uncomfortable. You feel like you have all this comfort or memories or just this attachment to your things, and you might feel reluctant to get rid of things, and having so little items or less might feel a little scary. You essentially don't know if you're going to get by, if you're going to be happy or content. So having less feels difficult, it feels foreign, but it is in that uncomfortable situation where we grow. So we have to, in a sense, get used to having less, and in the beginning, especially being a little bit uncomfortable with that. So start with a decluttering challenge, maybe do a no-buy challenge. That might seem a little bit difficult in the beginning, but through those actions and challenges and sitting with less and sitting with minimalism, you will slowly but surely be more comfortable and you will grow in the process. And most of all, through these challenges, you will also learn more about yourself. What are your boundaries? What are you more comfortable with than you thought, and what might be a little more difficult than you thought. And after time, when you're more comfortable with minimalism, more comfortable with having less, slowly and surely your mindset will also change. It will be more relaxed and not in such an alarmed state when it comes to minimalism, decluttering, and just having less. Secondly, you want to surround yourself with minimalism. So this kind of ties into point one, that we want to be more comfortable with less, to, in a sense, surround yourself with the minimalism in your home, but also surround yourself with minimalism beyond that. So I've said this a lot of times, you've probably heard this as well. You are basically a mixture of the 5 people you spend most of your time with, and that includes people that you spend time with online, so videos that you watch like this one. So make sure you're watching videos that align with minimalism. If you have physical friends in your life that are also pursuing minimalism, even better, then you're in it together and you can inspire each other. And if not, that's also fine. There's so many resources out there for you to go out and learn and get inspired from, and just to remind yourself constantly why you want to pursue minimalism, why it's important to you in a world where there's so much consumerism, ads, and people and society as a whole telling you to buy more, consume more, have more. We really need to counteract that with more minimalistic messages through spending time with people that are more minimalistic. Number 3 also kind of ties into number 2, and that is to be curious and to learn more about minimalism. Like you're doing right now, watch more videos on minimalism, read books on minimalism, learn more about not only techniques, but about different mindsets, different ways people are approaching minimalism, since I feel like minimalism can be something that is very personal. Minimalism for each person looks very different, and people also approach it from different angles, because some just feel more comfortable with this method, others with that method. Do more declutters and challenges like I mentioned before. This way you really learn about yourself, about how you think when it comes to shopping, when it comes to consumerism. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? What are areas where you know you can improve more? And just to learn more about this whole movement and about yourself as an individual in relation to minimalism. Number 4, something that I think really helps is to shift your mindset towards an abundance mindset. Ads nowadays, they're designed to get you to have that feeling of missing out on something, not having something, needing to fix something, so that is why you buy into their product. So your neighbor has this and you don't have that, so you feel like you're missing out, and so you have to go on ahead and purchase that as well. We tend to see the lack only in comparison to other people, like seeing others in certain clothes that you don't have, in certain styles that you don't have, seeing maybe someone in an ad having fuller lips and the ad asking you, do you also have lips that are too thin? And when you've previously never even thought about your lips in that way, now suddenly you feel like you're lacking in that department, and this product is apparently the answer to all your issues. So practice gratitude for all the things that you have. Gratitude is something that we hear a lot of the times. Try to see everything that you own and everything that you have in your home from an outsider's perspective, because we tend to get really used to the things that we own. We see it every day and we start to take it for granted. But when you look at your things from an outsider's perspective, from someone who has never seen this or never owned this, you find so much more value and appreciation in your stuff. So stop comparing yourself to others, seeing what you don't have, but instead start seeing all the things that you do have and appreciate all the things in your home that do bring value to your life, that do add happiness. Number 5 is to practice paying attention to the little things. So essentially try to be more present in your life. Pay attention to little details. It can be anything from the bark of a tree to your hand to your carpet. Just try to look for those little details, and by looking for those, you are forced to slow down and to take a step back, see the small details and the beauty in the little things. And slowly but surely, by practicing this, you will start to see your mindset shift and appreciate these simple things more. Something like a cup of tea can bring so much contentment and peace to you. And we start to realize that we don't need that much to be happy. It's those little simple things that bring joy to our lives. And we don't need all those purchases and all that consumerism that society and ads and companies are telling us that we need to feel this peace and this contentment in our life. And number 6, most importantly, is to be patient and keep practicing. So mindset shift, as I said in the beginning, does not happen overnight. It does not happen suddenly, but it happens gradually through little acts of practice, like the things that I've mentioned before, to slowly see things in a different light and to realize little changes and shifts along the way. If you feel like you're not really making any progress, don't feel bad. The progress of a mindset shift isn't linear. Sometimes you'll feel very stagnant, and then sometimes you'll have this light bulb moment where you realize something and your whole view towards a certain thing or towards a certain topic will change. So stay patient, keep on practicing new things, keep on learning more and surrounding yourself with minimalism, and stay curious and try to look at things from a different lens, to step away from your usual way of thinking, your usual way of perceiving things, and start looking at it from a different perspective. Try to look at things from a child's perspective. Children are absolutely curious about things. They're really open to new things and they're open to learn new things. I always think we should learn more from children. In some ways, they understand the world so much better than we do. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found value in this video to help you slowly but surely change your mindset towards a more minimalistic life. With practice and dedication, it will happen for you as well. It just won't happen overnight, but I'm confident that you can do this following these steps. Comment down below an area of minimalism that you struggle most with. We can talk to each other, lift each other up in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.